Smart. So I want to talk about what we really need when we have spent, years, decades learning about spiritual consciousness, learning about awakening and expansion, and we've devoted all this time and effort and energy, probably invested in ourselves, in different practitioners or spiritual teachers. I know a lot of people, including myself, who've invested a lot of time and energy. There's nothing that I wanted. I didn't want to do anything else than this, and make it be implicit in my work with clients, because there are so many of us now that want this. We want our true higher consciousness to be our guiding light. So when we've invested all this time and energy, we still find that we can be yanked back into old ways of thinking. We get triggered by circumstances, whether it's something happens in our finances, or we get pissed off with someone we're working with, or a friend or a client or family member, or relative, whatever it is. It's so easy to get sort of yanked back into very unconscious reactivity. So to this end, I think that now with my clients, what they really want and need is access to me when this sort of thing happens, also at a preventative level, to remind them of the things that they've really learned and grounded, but not yet fully embodied, to make them to make it be sort of the way they are, in an innate sense of knowing that never changes, because that's the reality of truth. It's something that never changes. So when we make that part of ourselves, when we make the knowing that we are innately free, expansive, unlimited spiritual beings, to really live the omnipotence of that, the all-knowing of that, and the everywhere presence of that, the omniscience and the omnipresence of that, to really ground that in ourselves and really live from that, we have to have got a great sense, moving towards the truth, staying in the truth, not just in meditation, but when we come away from the meditation or the focus of it, that it really actually informs us in every now moment, no matter who we are interacting with, and no matter what we are reading or being influenced by, whether it's the media or just basically living daily life where other people around us may not be on the conscious path or are not as invested in it. Therefore, it's easy, because of our conditioning, to want to be approved of, that we don't appease a situation, because as soon as we appease a situation, we drop out of our own connection, and all of the connection of the oneness of consciousness, where we're not separated from the love, we're not separated from any supply or any abundance or anything good. That's the truth of our oneness. That's what oneness is. There's no separation. It's all good. So when we're triggered and when we react, we actually unplug from that, and then we're back down in that sort of toxic energy that we kick ourselves, because we know that we know better. But it's not about knowing mentally better. It's an inner knowing that is much more visceral, that we need to be reminded of what we deeply know, so that we can relax back into it, and in a way be more detached from whatever it is that was triggering us, or whoever it is that's triggering us, even if it's ourselves, our old memories, or just a fleeting memory that upsets us, a grief or a loss, that we're not pulled back into that in the same way, that we can really stand our ground. And so with Voxer coaching, I'm available to clients. They can send messages to me. I get an alert. I can respond. I can tune in. I can clear their energy. I can give them feedback, and I can really help to bring people back to their own truth. So it's not about what I'm teaching. It's bringing them back to the truth that they've spent years, decades acquiring, and learning about, so that what they learn about becomes who they are rather than about truth. You are the truth. You are a living embodiment of truth, which is love, all inclusive, all intelligent love. So to abandon that when we're triggered, because it's just so easy to do. We all do it. I do it all the time. All the time. So I need to be reminded. I have to pull myself up by my socks and dive deep, every day. And I think that, I've got the luxury, because I'm doing this for my clients. I'm not in, a job all day where surrounded by people. I'm very, very lucky that I can, recluse, I can pull back, I can take time for myself. But a lot of people on the conscious path are in, big jobs with big responsibilities, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed by the, rate and density and the immensity of responsibility, whether it's work or family. It's so easy to get yanked back into that. So this is a great service. I feel like it's my ultimate service to my clients at the moment. And if you're interested in connecting and talking about this with me, or you know that you want this, then please get in touch. So if you're in the UK, you can just pick up the phone and call me, because I do a lot of this work remotely. So energy clearings are done remotely. And with, the Voxer, I don't know when an alert's going to come in, but you can take your chances and give me a call. And my number is 07973 780 852. And I'll put my email and contact details in the drop down box on this video, on this YouTube video. But my email will be there. Yes, I've just said that. Sorry, repeat myself. Okay, thank you so much for listening. It's Louise Smart.